give us a sign of your presence. And welcome to Let's Talk Ghosts. I'm your host, Steve.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Jeff.
And no Will.
No Will.
Nope.
What have you been up to, Dan? You look tired?
I am tired. Working, school, have a med class for work tomorrow. Falling behind to get in school. Just not having a good time. Really strongly considering calling into work tomorrow night.
I would call in tomorrow night.
I have sick
You're a young
time.
man. Screw it.
I have sick time, and I mean, it would screw one
You
of my...
don't look good.
No.
I think you're coming down with something.
Yes, you look sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it would screw one of my coworkers, because right now, we've had so many people, like, leave and stuff like that we are only 50% staffed right now. So we have 8 full-time employees and 7 open positions.
Wow.
So there's
Pretty
just...
sad.
So if I call in sick, that means somebody who's working second shift is going to get stuck overnight.
Oh.
Then you won't be their favorite person when you see them.
No, they're not going to like
Are you bigger than them?
I'm bigger than everybody I work with.
Oh, okay.
I could see that.
I'm the biggest. Right now I'm one of 2
He's
male
a big bad boy.
staff. I'm one of 2 male staff, and I'm bigger than the other guy.
You have a male staff. No.
Anyways.
What have you been up to, Jeff?
Well, my vacation is coming to a close tonight. I have to go back to work tomorrow. But I had a great vacation. I worked harder on my vacation. I think I do normally.
Said you fixed your truck.
Yes, I did a lot of work to my truck. Leaf shackles on the springs and
Does the driver's side door
U-joints.
open?
No, but it closes all the way now, finally. So just very busy, and then, I spent the rest of the time just in deep cosmic thought, trying to connect all the dots in the universe and our galactic minds, man. It's all good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, hey, you're small enough where if you just left the window down in your truck, you could get.
I could do the Dukes of Hazzard thing.
Yeah.
I could do the Dukes of Hazzard
Yeah,
thing.
you
Yes.
could leap in there
Yeah.
like Bo Duke.
I could do that. And, he was one of my heroes as a kid. I actually sat, when I was 10 years old, I actually sat in one of the General Lee cars that actually used on the show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, one of the local garages in Pennsylvania where my grandparents lived. Actually, had some kind of contract with the show, and they would actually work on the cars after filming different locations.
I remember, they went through like hundreds of those cars.
Yeah, the Dodge Chargers?
Yeah.
Lots of them. Yep.
And it was really funny. If you could watch the show, and you'd see the car come down and hit, and you'd see the whole front of the car buckle, right? Because it was just when because when I first got my first VCR, so you could record these, and you watch it in the old Dukes of Hazzard. Now you can freeze frame, and
Right.
well, you see this whole front of the car, you can slow mo, see the whole front of the car buckling when it comes down. Well, in the next scene, there isn't a scratch on it.
From
But
what From what I understand, what the show was, a lot of the cars, the Chargers that they actually used as the jump cars, they
Right.
were all automatics, and they all had 318s in them with a 4-barrel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And stunt drivers driving them.
Yes, stunt drivers driving, yes.
But they went through a bunch of them.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They probably just welded a bunch of them back together.
At times I'm sure they had to.
They probably had a junkyard full of them things, and they could probably just piece them back together. And, of course, you had Daisy in her Daisy Dukes.
Yep, and she had that duster. Remember the duster she had in the car?
Yep. That was pretty good. That was a cool show.
Yep.
Old Boss
A little
Hog.
bhad my time.
Yeah. Boss Hog. Roscoe P.
Coltrane.
And Enos.
Yeah, Enos. Yeah.
He had the hots for Daisy.
Yes, he did.
Everybody had the hots for Daisy. Every man in America, every kid in America had the hots for Daisy.
Yeah. She was something.
Well, anyways, that's not very paranormal.
No, it's not. But that's all right.
No. We didn't have a lot to talk about there. Now, a couple things. We haven't done a lot with our theory yet, but I am working on a few things with our on the sub sounds that we think EVPs are coming in at. I've been playing around with that a little bit and getting some okay results.
I've had no time to
I've
do
been playing
anything.
around with a little bit, and
Yeah.
I'm getting some okay results. I'm having a problem with finding consistency with recording sub sounds with some of the recorders I have.
Yeah, the recorders that we currently have, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get something nailed down so that I can come back and talk about it with some accuracy. So I am working on it. I'm still working on it. And I wish I could get somebody out there that had a little more electronic knowledge of or knowledge of sound waves and this sort of thing, that they could be working on it too. It'd be
Well, I
kinda
mean,
nice.
what we really need to test our theories more is we need some kind of sound emitter
Right.
that we can really dial into different frequencies.
Right.
That's very accurate.
Well, you know what it is? We need. What I'm going to try. My next step is I'm going to try. I know online you can find different audio sounds
Right.
that you can start at 0, and all it is it starts out with a very high pitch.
Right.
Or no, it actually starts out very low pitch. It's a very low.
Well, I mean, there's like the
And as it goes up in number up to 20,000.
yeah. There's the hearing test apps and stuff like that and whatever.
But
yeah.
the higher the frequency, the high, more of a screech.
Right.
But anyways, I want to play around with. I want to find one of those that work well, and just turn my recorder on in front of the speakers, and every time I bump it up to another frequency, announce it so that I know I'm doing it.
But another
And
thing
then
you need
play
to
back and
but
see if you can hear those once you play it back.
the problem with that is that speakers also have a range.
I know this.
And if just like standard computer speakers may not be able to produce
That sound.
that sound
Yeah, I don't know.
because
Maybe I can wire it directly into the soundboard and have it go directly into the record it directly instead of going through the microphone on there. Maybe go directly into it.
It would depend on what you're using, whether you could do that or not. Yeah.
But I got to figure out something. I want to keep going with that, trying to figure something out with it. I think it's an interesting theory.
I wish I had more time.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'm going to keep playing around.
Well,
with it.
because I mean, I know how to set up some experiments to test this. I just need the time and time and energy to do
Well,
it.
sometime when I get when my wine's done brewing.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the winery / studio now.
Yes, there's
I'm a winemaker. I'm a venter.
there's a big jug of red wine over there, and
Well, the other one's an experiment. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that one.
because it's not apple cider, it's just apple juice.
Yes. It's basically going to be gut rot.
Yum.
Right. It'll not only get you drunk, you will not be constipated when you drink
That's good stuff right there. Let me tell
Well,
you.
that's 100% juice?
it. Yes.
It's not like
From concentrate.
okay,
But it doesn't have potassium sorbate in it.
right? It's just
Well, if it doesn't have potassium sorbate in it, then you're okay.
right.
It should ferment and make something.
Makes
I had
it
to add 4
firm.
pounds of sugar to it. Because
Oh.
I checked it with my meter, and it said it only had 12.5 bricks, which is sugar.
Yeah.
And I checked my chart, and it said I had to add about 4 pounds of sugar to it to bring it up to where it's supposed to be to achieve 12% alcohol.
Oh.
Cool.
So I'm learning, getting there.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, pretty much if you put anything with sugar in it.
Life is a journey, my friend.
Yes. And right now I got 15 gallons of wine brewing.
Well, 10 gallons of wine and
Well, no, there's one out in the camper. I get the white wine
White
is in the
wine.
camper
right,
refrigerator.
but don't you have 10 gallons of actual wine?
10 gallons. Well, that's going to be apple cider or whatever that's going to end.
That's going to be something. I wouldn't really call it wine.
Well, yeah, it's still wine.
Steve's
Yeah.
brew.
Yeah,
It's
Steve's special brew.
Yeah, it's home brew. Let's call it home. We'll call it home brew.
Because
Yeah.
you have actual red wine going there, actual
That's
white
a
wine.
rosé.
Yeah, actual.
The other one's a Saval Blanc.
Yeah,
Oh my
where
gosh! We could start selling wine. Let's talk Ghost Wine. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
You're onto something here.
We better get a liquor license first.
Oh, that might be
Yeah.
important.
that third 5 gallon jug is Topps apple juice.
Being converted to
Yeah.
Topps apple juice wine.
Yeah.
More like jailhouse wine.
Yes.
It'll get the job done.
Right. I don't know who's going to drink 5 gallons of that stuff.
I'll
but-
drink it. I'll be out. Don't worry.
We're gonna set out here one day and we're just gonna kill that whole jug off
And we'll do
during
this-
the show.
Yeah.
It's
Five
gonna-
gallons of Topps brand apple juice
wine.
wine. Yeah.
Well, anyways, hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Well, on the way out here, I thought I had a very weird experience, actually. I got on to the main road here coming out to your house, and up against the fence, the farmer down the road down here, I saw a gigantic cow. At first, I didn't think it was a cow. I actually thought I saw my ex-wife. It did turn out just to be a cow, though, so I was safe.
Oh, we're going to get sued.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, what's new is if anyone's been on Fox News over the weekend, you will see a news report out that takes declassified information that was released under the Freedom of Information Act. It's about the John F. Kennedy assassination. And it shows that it
was aliens.
Yes, it was aliens. Well, I think it had something to do with aliens. We'll get into another point. But the actual head of the director of the Central Intelligence Agency at the time, in these documents, confirms that he did indeed cover up the investigation of Oswald to the Warren Commission. Basically, what he did was he discounted evidence, eyewitness testimony that saw shooters shooting from the grassy knoll. And made it look like it was just Oswald. So it was definitely a conspiracy. It was definitely covered up. And now he's got to figure out who really shot Kennedy because, quite frankly, I don't think it was Oswald. I don't think Oswald even had a gun that day.
I have an alibi.
Well,
I was like 7 years old, and I was sitting in front of my TV.
Well, and the problem with that being as long ago as it was is there's a very good chance that the person who did shoot Kennedy is
first rule of assassination: assassinate the assassin.
Well, I mean, even if he was never assassinated, he may very well be dead at this point.
No, the shooter themselves are dead. But I want to know the power behind the shooters. Who put this together? Who could keep the Secret Service to a minimum? You know, the guy opening. You watch the Zooter film, you see a guy opening up their umbrella. That should have never happened. I mean, little things like that would never have happened if the Secret Service was really there in full force. So somebody very powerful, a small group of people perhaps, would definitely pull the strings, and now he's got to figure out who they were. Because I think one of them is definitely still alive, and I know who that is, I believe. So I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get sued.
That's probably a good idea.
But I know who you are. I know who you are.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, Pee Wee Herman did it.
Take a picture of the last lager.
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying in the movie theater.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Pee-wee!
Oh, this show is taking a serious dive.
Oh, I actually have some paranormal something to report.
Oh, really?
Get out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yesterday at my house, the door slammed on Maggie.
Really?
Yes. She came into my room like, did you slam my door? I was like, no. And it was just me, Maggie, and Cassidy at the house. Cassidy was in the other bedroom watching TV or something with the door closed.
They actually hit her?
No. Maggie was just in the room with the door open. I was in my room with the door closed. And the door slammed shut on her.
Hard?
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear it shut?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
And she thought you did it?
Yeah.
But you're...
I was laying in bed.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think we should have an investigation at Dan's house.
I could always...
I'll bring the beer.
Yeah.
And if we don't get anything, we'll burn it down. Wait a minute, I own that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I'm
But
talking
she-
about the LeBeau mansion.
But
Bring it
yeah,
in.
no. But she did have the door slam.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know if that's cool or not, but...
I mean, the few months I've been living there.
Yeah, you've been in there since, what, June?
Like May-ish.
Into May or 1st of June.
Yeah.
And you said it's been pretty quiet. Nothing's ever happened there.
But you're a male. Maybe this entity, if there's an entity, doesn't like females.
It was an elderly woman that lived there that had passed away. Now, I don't know. I never asked if she passed away in the house or if she passed away in the
Now,
hospital.
Maggie had a friend over last time they were here, and this girl lives... This girl's grandmother or whatever lives a couple houses down.
Okay.
And she actually knew this lady.
Okay.
Wow.
But I don't know. I didn't get, like a lot of information. Just
You don't know if she passed away in the house or...
But he could find out. He has the right contacts.
Because it's not that uncommon for elderly to pass
No.
away.